Okay, right now I want to share my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Good. Good.
No,
Now,
sir. Yes, sir.
can you see my screen now?
Yes.
You all can see my screen now, right? If you can, just answer me on the chat box and say yes.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Monday, you asked a question on WhatsApp on this today. You asked a question based on the divergence. I want to take that question now.
Okay.
Now, the question is this. You asked, can you show us how to identify a valid break in trend line and moving average? Mr. Monday, can you hear me? Are you there? All right, now, a trend line break. Now, in spotting trend lines, I don't like trading with trend line at all. I don't like it. I normally use trend line to beautify my charts. I want to do design, like so that people will say, wow, this guy is a good, he knows how to analyze very well. That's what I use. That's when I normally put trend line. But for the purpose of these lessons, before I show you the answers to this question, I want us to take note of this thing I'm saying right now. What is constant for everybody in life? That it is the same thing. It's time, right?
Yes.
Everybody has 24 hours for every day, right?
Yeah.
Another thing that is constant is life, the birth of that thing, right?
Yeah.
Then another thing that is constant is the death of that particular thing, right?
Yeah.
Now the remaining one that is constant is the lifespan the person used from birth to death, right?
Yeah.
If people ask me, why am I asking you this? I am saying this and I'm asking you this because listen, my strategy, Bachelor of Forest program, has to do with your timing. You get the point?
Yeah.
Your timing, which is your time frame. Your life, like the life of that particular trade you are entering, that means where did it start from? Then the debt, where is it going to end? Which key level did it start from? And where is the next key level that it is going to? Are you getting the point now?
Yeah.
Then the lifespan is what? Market structure. You want to look at market structure to be able to understand the lifespan. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So in everything you are doing, anything you are doing, even if I am not there, you want to create a system of your own. Ensure these three things, this thing I mentioned are in that your system. Did you get the point?
Mm-hmm.
Ensure that you use timing, moving multiple time frame analysis. Ensure that you talk about the lifespan, the market structure. Ensure you talk about the life and the death. That means the level he started from and the level he terminated from. Did you get?
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Good. Now, looking at this particular trade now. Looking at this particular trade. this part, my chart right now. What happened to this particular trade here at this zone? Price fell and retest and dropped down to the moving average level, right?
Yep.
Price fell and dropped down to this moving average level. Where I put my rectangle now, can you see the moving average level?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Now, the lifespan is this, the market structure, like I said. The target, the depth is where price is coming to, and the beginning is where it started falling from. If you put all these things into this particular place, you will see that they worked out very well. Now,
Yep.
the first question, Mr. Monday, I don't use, how do I confirm my moving average and which other one did you ask? How do I confirm moving average and a valid break in trend line? Now, I said something. Lifespan, right? Lifespan, right?
Yeah, go on.
Life and death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the last thing is what? The last thing is what? I can't hear you go. The last thing is the timing.
Yeah.
Now, what I want people to understand, when I want to draw a trend line, before some of you will just pick any week here, right? And draw it down, right? Yes or no? Drawing a trend line here, you can come and pick this week and pick this last one. Then you draw. Yeah, you are right. But I want you to draw your trend line with another purpose of intention. Draw your trend line with intention. And how do you do that? You want to ensure that you are connecting swing points. When drawing your trend line, you are connecting two swing points. You must connect two swing points. When drawing your trend line, two swing points. And what is a swing point? A swing point is something like this. When you have a particular bearish bar like this, are you seeing it?
Yeah.
With, let's say, with a week here. Okay, you have a particular bearish bar here. Then you have a particular bullish bar that went lower and gave us what? A low. Are you seeing it?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have another bar that went higher. It did not go below this bar. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
What am I saying? We have something like this. Price drops. Another one come like this. Then this one go higher. Are you seeing what I just did now? This three bar.
Yeah.
Now this is a swing point. This low is a swing point. This is a swing point. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Now, and I said you must confirm what? Two swing points. Now let us locate this swing point here. This is the first swing point. It was above. This is another swing point. This is another swing point. And we draw it down. Now, when I say two swing points, these are the swing points I made use of. This particular top here. This particular top here. And this particular top here. Are you seeing it? Now, let me just quickly use the daily time frame. Let me use daily time frame because that was the monthly. I need a daily time frame something. Now, I need a perfect example, a good range that we can use. Good. Now let me use this range. Now I told you we select the swing what? The swing point. Now since we are looking for a breakout here downside, we select the first swing point and the second swing point. Now if you look at the levels where I pick as my swing point, here you will notice that price did that thing I drew there. This is the swing point. This is the swing point. Are you seeing it? Yes or no? Please, let's be. So I know you are
Yeah.
following.
We're following.
Good.
Yeah.
Now what happened? What will I now do? I will simply do this. I will simply wait for a breakout. Remember I said something. I said remember I said something. Life, death, timing, and lifespan, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I have checked the swing point for my trend line. This is the two swing points, important swing points for my trend line. Now, what I want to see is what? I know it started from here and it has gone to this top. Now, I need a 4. First thing first, I need a what? A close below this particular level. This is my trend line at the end of the month. Do you get the point now? A close below this level at the end of the month. Do you get the point now?
Mm-hmm.
Then my target will be where? The last low, first of all. Now let us go back to the monthly and see if monthly close below the trend line at the end of the month. Now, can you see it here? Can you see that there was a monthly close below this particular level? At the end of the month, there was no close here, but there was a close below this particular level at the third bar, this particular third bar. And that was why we saw price falling through. Did you get the point now?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the daily. What did I do once more to confirm that trend line? I look for the swing points. These are the swing points. Then at the end of the month, price did not close below my swing points. Price closed below my swing point. Sorry. Then what did it do? It came back to touch my targets. Now, for me now, this trend line has done its work. Let me go back to a lower time frame. Okay, ask your question.
Coach, so it's the same rule like your divergence yesterday
Exactly.
in terms of timing.
That is why I said in my system, timing, the lifespan, and the what? The life and death. You get?
Yeah.
You want to know where the life of the trend, where it is starting from. You want to know the death point, where will it end? So that you will know where to exist. You want to see the lifespan, the ups and downs of the life of that trend, which is why you are looking at what? Market structure. Then you want to look at the timing to confirm if it is now the right time to do what? Born. When you give birth to a child at the end of, at 7 months, 6 months, 5 months, should we say it's premature birth?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So we need a timing. We need a timing. We need a timing. That is why the timing is important. Now let's go back to 1 hour. Let me take another one from 1 hour. Now this is a 1 hour trade. 1 hour trend. Let me look for anyone to pick where trend line work perfectly well. Okay, let me look at this one. Now this is it. I drew my trend line for 1 hour. Don't forget, I am looking for that swing point. You get?
Yeah.
Now, where are the swing points? We have this one here.
Up there, yeah.
I'm looking for the swing point, and this particular swing point here.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I can even use this particular swing point to this particular point here. Or this one here. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, that's good.
Now, for the first one, this is 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
Remember, our target should be here. Back to the low.
Yeah.
Now, what do? We
Go to daily.
God bless you. We go to daily and look for what? A close below our trend line. A close below trend line on the daily time frame. Did it happen from the first one? Good. The first one, it did not happen. Okay, it did. It closed slightly lower it. Can you see it closed below the trend line, right? And that was why price dropped to the what? To our second trend line. Now, this is the second trend line area. At the end of the day, price closed below it, but it did not give us any entry because of what? It dropped drastically. It dropped drastically. It dropped drastically. So at the end of the month, there was nothing here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Now, that is it on moving average, on trend line. I don't like using the trend line, so I won't say you should take this, but I just want people to know this. But I don't like using a trend line. You can only use this thing for the reef, because for forest, price does not respect trend line at all. You get my point?
Yeah.
I prefer my support and resistance level to be horizontal, a horizontal zone, and not just a trend line. No, I don't want it to be a trend line. I want it to be a horizontal zone. Now we'll now go to what? Moving averages. Moving averages. Now, I don't take trade based on the moving averages. No, I don't do that. That's one thing you need to understand, first of all. I don't take trade based on moving averages. What I simply do is I want to make use of moving average as my dynamic support and resistance level. That's all, Mr. Monday. Are you getting it? I want to take moving average as my support and resistance level. I don't want it to be like the price close below, I sell. No, the price close above, I buy. No, I don't do that. Are you getting it? Now, let me show you one simple moving average trick. Moving average trick. This is what when we get to law of retracement, I will show you why I'm using moving averages. Now, look at it. I'll talk more about it, but for now, let me do an introduction. But since we are talking on moving average now. Now, yesterday class, I told them what I use the moving average for is what? For dynamic support and resistance. One. Secondly, I sell when price is below MA. Price must be below the moving average before I sell. I don't sell when price is above. Sometimes my human being attitude make me do that, and the thing they make me get some losses sometimes. But if I want to take a real trade, I don't sell when price is below MA. When I mean a real trade with a confirmed lot size, I don't sell when price is below MA. Now, what again? I buy when price is above MA. These are the three things I made use of MA for. Mr. Zamu, do you understand now? I make use of it as a dynamic support at stand level. I sell when price is below MA. I don't say close below MA. No, below. Price must be below the moving average before I sell. Price must be above the moving average before I buy. Now, let me take you on this. Then we end today's class. Quickly, I will combine divergence and moving average together. Then we end today's class. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Good. Now let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. See, you can see I'm picking anything and I'm picking any chart randomly because it works in all charts. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Now let us look why price drop from here to this place, then retest to this place, then go back up. Then we end the class for today. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Good. Now this is the weekly time frame. Now the first boss, which is this. Oh, I beg make it show. Oh. So let me look for a recent trade. Let me look for a recent trade. The one that happened recently. Okay, this, let me use zero card, this one. Now, we want to know why price retraced from here up to this zone. Are we ready? Now, let me show you. This is the 4 hours. This is the 4 hours. Go to the 4-hour time frame. You will notice one thing, which is what? Divergence. Divergence was playing out. We have divergence right from this place to this place. But what happened there, based on our divergence confirmation, at the end of the week here, there was no close above the what? The market structure. This is supposed to be our market structure level. I guess there's a close. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, there's no close. Can you see? There's no close here. Instead, price turned to a week and drop more. Now we go down to what? 4 hours again. Instead, divergence keep playing out. It played again from this particular low. From this particular low to this particular low, lower low rather. And we still have our divergence on oscillator. Now, what do you want to check? Confirm. We want to see if price close above market structure, which is this at the end of the week. Now, price did here. at this particular second bar. And on the words, this thing, on the 4 hour, we have a break of market structure and we have a divergence. And at the end of the week, price break above 4 hour market structure. Automatically, we are going to target, listen to what I'm saying. We are now going to target the weekly time frame market structure as our target area. And that is why we saw Euro card hit the target at this moving average, then it start dropping. Now, this is why I said I use my moving average as a dynamic or support, a dynamic support and resistance region. You can see how it acted at price target at that zone. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
Let me take one more example. My battery is currently low. Let me take one example because it is still lock. That means, okay, let me take one example quickly. Let me look for another one from another pair. Let's see. NZD USD. Good. NZD USD. Want to know why NZD USD drop from here? Let me look for a daily time frame signal. Okay, very quick. Want to know why NZD USD dropped from this place down to this place? Now, which time frame are we going to go for? Since it's a daily time frame, divergence, we are looking a main time frame. What will be the primary?
1 hour.
Good. At the 1 hour now, this is 1 hour time frame. Control B. This thing is not showing. Come in. It's still not showing. Let me look for another example. Still from the daily. Okay, let us see why price drops from here. All right, I have just 10 minutes more. From here down to this zone. Now we'll go to the 1 hour. Look for our words. 1 hour. Close. Now, if you look at it very, very well, you will notice one thing. There is divergence. There was divergence here in the 1 hour time frame. Do we have any? Okay. Let's see, 4 hours. Wahala. I don't want to use weekly time frame. I've used weekly time frame. I want to use a daily time frame because there is no 1 hour divergence here. It's 4 hour divergence. So let me look for another one. At least I can still take price back. I've seen the all right. This is the area, the first one I'm looking at. Now, good. Now, if you look at this particular zone, you will notice the what? The divergence as what from here, we have divergence up to this level. We have divergence. But what happened? It did not happen because of what? There is no break of market structure at the end of the month. But instead, what do we have? Price kept on moving higher. Then lastly, we now have a divergence here. This was the divergence. Now, what happened? Do we have a break in market structure? Yes. And where did the break occur? The break occur here. This is the market structure region. Now let's go to the daily time frame. Did we have a close below it? Can you see? We did have a close below it. This particular bearish bar, this one here, gave us a close below it. Now, where did I say is our target? Where did I say is our target? Anyone in the class?
The moving average.
Good. The moving average from the what? The moving average from the main time frame, which is daily. Now, did you see that price touched the moving average and it went back up?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is what I use my moving average for. And I have shown you with the trend line, and this is how I make use of the moving average. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is going fully well into key level areas. So prepare yourself from tomorrow. We'll do that. I'll make sure it's like I've done the videos before. So I'll send the link again. You can watch it. It's like I've done the videos before. I'll send it again. You watch it. But for now, practice this thing I just told you. Go and give me more examples. I have so many assignments that people have not submitted. So many examples on this. Go and back test it on your charts. You will see that what price does the same thing over and over and over again. Don't forget the life, the death, the lifespan, and the time. These are the 4 core things in Forex. If you can master these 4, you master the market. So
I have a question.
Okay, what's the question? I have just 5 minutes. Ask.
Yeah, I've answered some of my questions, but the remaining one is that MACD. I've not gotten the setup.
You don't change anything. Just put your MACD down. Don't change anything. Anything you want to change is the color. Don't change the number.
Okay.
Yeah, don't change the number at all.
Coach, a quick one.
Okay.
Why do you use 21-day moving average?
Yeah, it's very, very funny, but I'll answer your question. There was a particular time I was using over 20, I was using 12 moving averages on one chart. And what do I use it to? I use it to know when the market is totally trending. That means when the market is below my moving average, all of them I know is a trend market. You get?
Okay.
Now, that is the first thing. Now, second thing, having gone through so many books of so many authors who made it in the forex market, all of them use one thing together, and that is moving average. You get?
Yeah.
They make use of 200 moving average. Why? Because they were trading for long term. But I'm not trading for long term. I needed something that is smooth. And that was why I said, okay, let me cut it short. Now, this is the second reason why I choose moving average. Now, the third reason why it is 21 moving average is simply because of when you check the real volume, the real way of trading volume, their cost is $20,000. That is what it was, their software. But I don't have that money.
Okay.
And my role model, my mentor then purchased it, a man from Australia. And he actually showed us, he was one that taught me volume. He was there to answer most of my questions. But although I learned very well myself, he answered most of my questions. And so what he did was, he told me, Victor, the only chart you need, the only indicator you need is moving average or the middle part of Bollinger Band. Now, if I put the Bollinger Band indicator here now, you will notice something that it is almost the same place. The middle line of the indicator is almost the same thing with my what? With my moving average. Can you see the middle line is almost the same to my moving average?
Yeah.
You can see, let me make it bold. You can see it's almost the same thing, right?
Okay.
Now, it said this is what they use in volume.
Okay.
in the software. That was
Yeah.
why I adapt using EMA 21. And since that time, that is the only indicator I don't joke with it. After volume is EMA 21, I don't joke with it.
Okay.
So that's it. Thank you for today.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming. I will try and upload the 2 videos tomorrow because there's no light now. I'll try to upload the 2 videos tomorrow so everybody can watch. Then I will send you the link for the key level areas. So people will watch it. Then we'll do the next class tomorrow based on key level areas.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. David, you come late. Thank you. All right. Thank you. No problem. Good night.